Good evening. So I just came back from watching 2 movies. Wow. There'll definitely be a lot of editing in this lighting. I guess this is the best I could do with the lighting. So I had lots of fun. I decided to get up early just to go and watch 2 movies, at least one for cheap. You know, spending $20 on a movie you didn't really expect to watch or want to watch. Didn't want to do that, so I'd rather spend $7 on Black Friday. So I'm just going to talk about one movie today while I open packages I caught at home. We're going to be talking about Justice League. We're going to be opening this box. I'm kind of warming up to this Wonder Woman. She has personality. Samus is home. Yay. There is no bends in the back. Oh, this is not a review about that. Anyway, so it starts with these children doing a video cam of their favorite hippie hero, superhero, Superman. Instantly you notice his upper lip situation. I was prepared for it, but not that prepared. It just looks like he had a bunch of cotton in his mouth or around his mouth. Anyway, besides that, the children sound like Darwin and Gumball, you know, being all excited about Superman, which you would be, which anyone would be. So he asked him what's his favorite thing about Earth. Well, they asked him a lot of questions, but that was the question that they wanted to get to. And assuming that his mustache is gone, this is the reshoot. So it gave him a reason to come back to Earth. What was it going to use before? That's getting me thinking. I mean, they obviously reshoot that part to illustrate why he would want to come back. You know, give it a little smirk and not answering at the end of it. If that wasn't there, would Superman not be Superman? Would they have taken a chance to make him Bizarro Man? I mean, they change origin stories all the time. Wouldn't that be amazing? Kind of. Not really. Not for the Superman fans. By the way, I'm not really a big fan of this Superman. He was robotic before Death Superman. I don't know. When I think of DC Superman, I mean, I'm not a DC fan or anything. I mean, I like the villains. Again, I had to put that in. But I remember him at least having a personality. Something that made him likable. And usually, he's just like a robot. And not like those kind of nice Android 13 robots, but just there. Just a mechanic. He's a Ken doll. We didn't even get to the rest of the story. I'm still talking about his upper lip and why I don't like him and his reasons for coming back to Earth. Cottonmouth Superman is at the beginning of this movie. Just look out for that. So now we're in Gotham, you know, with Batman doing his Batman stuff, you know, acrobatics and stuff like that. I think they really want to show more of Batman this time. Like, he could do flips and he could go this way and he could, you know, be like Robin, but not really. I guess I like that they put it in there, but it just feels like more of a cosplay fan-made kind of thing over anything. I'm supposed to be talking about positives here. I'm supposed to be talking about positives. Well, I guess that's a positive. I mean, if it's a cosplay kind of a cosplay-made movie, well, I guess that's not bad because I've seen some good Samus Aran. I don't know how people say it. I say Samus because that's how I grew up saying it. You know, kind of like Aerith instead of Eris. Aerith? How do you spell it? How do you, Final Fantasy? Aerith? Aerith? Aerith. Yeah, he's doing his acrobatics, you know, jumping around the water tower. And he was using this guy that was stealing, or maybe he's associated with him to create fear. But then again, he needed real fear to bring this enemy across him. And he's like, what do you want? Or something like that. And he was like, your fear. Or to bring this enemy that we don't really care about, you know, we just want them to come together like the magical toys that we want. So the enemy comes, you know, because he smells fear. Smells fear. I know when it smells fear because that's what it likes. It feeds on fear. and he hang off the building. That he just got fear out of him. You know, he's Batman. You should be fearful of him. So he hangs him off. The bug comes around, and he traps the bug in a really nice bat net. I think it was a bat net. So the enemy dies for some reason. Kind of burnt up. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't like being captured. Captured. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And he leaves these He leaves these 3 square shapes in the wall, along with this burning blood thing, whatever. And yeah, it was interesting, but this is what led Batman on the trail of 4 boxes that was important. I mean, I would just say that's how a bug dies in this alien world. Not that these boxes are interesting or these squares are interesting. It must be related to something. I sound like I'm gonna get it one day. I guess he's the greatest detective, yet Alfred is kind of the greatest detective in this. Batman actually builds his things this time. Yeah, not like the other Batman that hired Fox, I think. What am I watching? Wasn't he building his stuff? So I guess Batman's building stuff now, and Alfred is a detective because he's like on a computer back home. I guess they wanted Alfred to have something this time. He has nothing else to do. There's no cleaning because, according to Alfred, at least someone's going on a date this time. That's not. I was going for Batman for some reason, and that's what happened. Where was I? Just noticed I was cut off for most of it. Hold on. You will watch me struggle. You will watch me struggle. Better? Anyway, for some reason he thought the boxes on the wall was related to something big. I imagine if I died and there was like a trash can emblem, does that mean I was empowered by trash? Or I'm trash and that's what killed me? Or that's what makes me go? If I die and like a paintbrush appears and that's what powers me. It must be related to something. I sound like Yoda. I sound like I'm trying to be Yoda. that's what I'm trying to do. I think at this time we get to Wonder Woman, you know, doing her Wonder Woman thing, you know, showing that she's actually doing something. I think that's what they wanted to do. And I don't know, I enjoy her kind of more, obviously. She's really fast. And so is Superman. So what is the purpose of Flash, really? If he's not faster than, well, fast as, or the fastest. I mean, because Wonder Woman really could move really fast. I mean, she could, like, I'm not even reviewing the video anymore. Or, I'm not even reviewing the movie anymore. Okay, so the Flash and Superman can run almost at the same speed. The Flash goes as fast as a bullet, or could see a bullet go through, or go past them, but so does Wonder Woman, and then she could block them at the speed of bullets. So does that mean she's as fast as the Flash? I am confused. Or does she have a limited time to go as fast? I mean, he had like I don't know, guns. I'm just gonna say Gatling gun because it sounds cool. And he was like shooting it all at the people, you know, try to kill at least one, and she caught all the bullets. So does that mean she's as fast as the Flash? What? What's the purpose of Flash? He's fast. He's educated. So is Batman. And I guess they just needed some more people. I guess they just needed more people. Anyway, she does her thing. She finally used the lasso of truth. I like this whole movie. They finally use the things that they're supposed to use. Like, you see Aquaman swim, I guess, and he goes to Atlantis. I'm jumping ahead. And you see the powers that his future wife obviously has. You know, you see what they could do and all that. With Wonder Woman, you could see her lasso. I wonder if they had like the invisible airplane. I feel like they was like trying to hint at that when she came in on Batman and he was working on his jet thing, and I forgot what he said. I didn't write it down. I'm going back in time. Maybe I forgot where I was because I don't really remember much of the movie because all I remember is like the end in the beginning, but not in the middle. Like I remember the introductions to these people. I mean, I don't remember much of Cyborg's story. He was connected to the box because his father. I don't know. I don't know much of Cyborg. I guess they're trying to do a movie. I doubt it. I doubt they will do a movie. I think they will do a movie if they see how Black Panther came out and how much success, if it is. There's a lot of black people going to see that movie. Oh my god. And we have buying power. Jesus Christ. So they may see that and then, like, make a movie about Cyborg. Because, hey, we also have black characters. Is he the only black character? There's that B-girl, but that's like Teen Titans, isn't it? Like, that's like in the era of Teen Titans. Like, anyway, well, how do they introduce? Well, you know, Flash has problems. Here's the thing. Yeah, he was going to see his father in jail again. And I didn't smell this. And, you know, while waiting in line, some guy was like, hurry up. You know, funny, hurry up. So he turned around and you see like a jump or something in him. So he scribbled something on his face. I can say it now. All the jokes fall flat for me. I only laughed on one point of the movie. And maybe I'll get to that. But the guard was like, do you have prescription for those glasses? I mean, he obviously drew that. Oh, he didn't say glasses. He said, do you have prescription for those? And I see no reason for the guy who got drew on to touch his face. I mean, he obviously didn't feel it. And there's no way to see it because there's no glass, you know, to see the reflection. So how would he know to touch this? He just say, if you have prescription for those. The answer would be like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? Not like now you feel it. You didn't feel it when he scribbled on your face. So that made me, oh no! Sorry. That made me like not laugh. Like, well, it was just, the question made it fall flat, you know. Why would he touch his face? I know, it's a little thing. It's a little thing. I know, it's a little thing. It's just, I feel like the reshooting, you could see when it happens. And those jokes, most of them, not funny at all. I still can't smell it. I don't remember how this got to this. You know, they're recruiting everything. And, you know, we're going into Lois Lane's life. Or as I call her, Amy Schumer. Because she looks like Amy Schumer. Like she... Every time I see her, she looks like Amy Schumer. What can I do? Like, so, you know, she's not doing stories because, oh, I'm just doing, like, fluff stories because I can't get back into it because, you know, Superman's gone and I'm not really into it, you know? But before that, you know, before talking to her mother, Superman's mother, about what's going on with her, which is nothing, on screen... For some reason, I thought Stan Lee was going to jump in because why are we looking at the screen for? And it just looks like one of those things like, oh, we're recording a spoof right now. And I thought it was like, it would have been awesome if Stan Lee came in now. It would have been awesome. So this woman, like, someone stole my husband, you know, and then you see, like, blurring words. I mean, I think it's live. So... I didn't ask how did they blur him out, but how did they keep her on for that long to cuss that long? It reminded me of black spoof movies that show spoofs on television, like news channels, and you know, there's always this old lady cussing up a storm, yet still getting recorded. I mean, wouldn't that be shut down in the real world? And that's another thing. I don't know where they're trying to get the realism I guess I watch too much Marvel movies because they try to do the realism, you know, like, if those were real in this world, this is what will happen. But, you know, Gotham already looks like a video game. It doesn't look real at all. Like, it looks like you're playing one of the Arkham video games. Oh, I forgot which one. Like, in the background is like bright greens and stuff. It reminds me of Suicide Squad, and I guess that's what they're trying to do. So I could be wrong in trying to find realism in something that's supposed to be not real. Like, obviously, superheroes aren't real, but I guess I almost said Capcom, because Marvel vs. Capcom. DC is more of a video game-ish than realism. Like, where if Superman was real, this would happen, kind of. So no, it's not doing that. Which is weird. I swear, no, we're right. Marvel was always on the, you know, if people were gods, and DC was more of if gods were trying to be people. So I guess that's where it's coming from. So the news thing actually works, I think. I don't know, it took me out of it. If it cut off and it got to the news, people were like, I'm sorry about that, you know, you know, something like that. And instead of having her cussing in the background, you can see the blur of her face when Louis Strummer mute the TV. This is my remote. Aquaman was the stranger, and so now we see the boxes on the wall. This is where they should have been like, oh, it looks like the boxes on that bug, which is the stupidest death ever. Stupid. That is so stupid. And you don't see it again. Like, if you see these enemies die, you don't see those boxes again. Who thought of that? Who thought of that? You die, you show boxes on the wall? That is the dumbest thing ever. Do no one see how dumb this is? Okay, so now it would have been a time when we were like, oh, what does those boxes mean? Because it seems familiar or something. But then again, I guess that's how I feel like that's the reshoot. They wanted to relate these boxes with the enemy, and there was no other way for them to say, oh, boxes on the wall. Why? Because Batman saw it on enemy's theft. They couldn't find another way to do it. Okay, I guess I can't think of another way to do it. So yeah, Aquaman's like, screw you, man. He's like, Aquaman is like the son that doesn't do well or something, you know. Atlantis doesn't really care for him because something, I don't know, they're trying to, I'm sure there's going to be Aquaman's story, movie. Hope there is, because I could watch that man and that context all day long. I like the reimagining of Aquaman because he was the juke of everything, and now, well, the guys steal the other cubes from the Amazonians, which was a nice battle. I like that battle. That was a really good battle. I don't know, you hardly see Warrior Woman much, and this is why I didn't like Wonder Woman at first, because I really wanted like the image of a bulky female warrior, like bulky, because I guess they're afraid to do a bulky character because no one's gonna buy it and think she's sexy and like watch the show because ew, muscles on a woman, you know. So I guess it's not their fault because no one's gonna see it. But anyway, they had their battle, really good battle. Would love to battle with those girls. Like the arrow at the end where she transported to another horse, that was amazing. Like, you knew they was gonna get away with it, but it was a good battle. I like that battle. So you got it from there. I forgot where he got the other one from. Oh, Atlantis. I guess they didn't want to do the graphics of water too much, so Aquaman came late, I guess, and his future wife fought really hard. She took a good punch. And she was still like standing, you know, talking to him. She made this bubble inside aquariumness and gave him the pitchfork because he needs it, because this is what Aquaman, you know, the king, the ruler. So the other box, which is was dug and put into a hole. When Wonder Woman was talking about the story of how this, I forgot to check my products, how these boxes came to be in the battle with men, Amazonians, the Aqua lads. We seen Green Lantern, which was okay. So like that would have been a nice surprise if Green Lantern just appears out of nowhere. Just some random person, he dies, and the ring flies off somewhere else to get someone else on Earth. That would have been cool, but no. So, so I wasn't listening much because I was watching more. I don't know who the guy with the thunder were, and I was trying not to say Thor because I seen Thor later. So I don't remember who that was, but that was awesome. They come together because, well, finally he took all the other 2 cubes, you know, and like went against Aquaman, and the Flash was already on it because he's a fan of Superman. Well, he's a fan of Superman, but he's also a fan of Batman, mostly. You know, being a fanboy, he's the audience. Everyone knows this. And Batman was like, we can't... Oh, wait, no. He's Bruce's son. We can't do this. I can't... I wanted to do the voice. We can't do this alone. We need Superman. Okay. And... I don't know. They're like, let's dig his grave. Let's bring him back to life because this cube could bring things back to life, so we should bring him back to life. And I was like, because I thought the trope, everything else was tropes of him coming back to life out of nowhere. Do you remember at the end of one of the movies, the freaking coffin was shaken? I think that was their intention, but they decided to let Batman dig a grave, or Flash. And see, I don't remember much because Cyborg didn't do as much, I guess. Batman told these people to dig graves, and I know they addressed how macabre it was, how dark it was to dig a grave. They still did it. They dug his mother's son. How disrespectful is that? Just sitting here thinking about it is I guess we're not on the realism side. I guess this wouldn't happen in Marvel, but I think Joker would do something like this. 100%. Any of the villains would do it. I wish one of the villains stole his body and they took it back and thought, hey, what if, you know? Like, this is something, the superheroes, they're like, So they dug him up, brought him to this place where Luthor had his whatever, you know, with the high sea water. High sea or Gatorade? One of those. And so they kind of put him in the water, you know, the photo drops. No one picked it up. Another disrespectful thing, that's his father. At least take his photo and put it to dry somewhere. They just drop him into the water like I feel like the materia would like drop out of his hair. I don't know. So they decided that Flash needs to bring him back to life with his running thunder stuff and touched it and then bring him back to life. And you know, he flies out after coming to life, you know, not knowing who he was. This is where I thought, okay, Superman is as fast as the Flash. Because Flash was going fast. Wonder Woman in one hand, and I think it was Cyborg. No, Cyborg was on the floor or something like that, because Cyborg shot because, you know, it's an automatic system device thing, and when he's in danger, it just shoots. So I think he had Aquaman and Wonder Woman in his hand, and then Flash was running around and he was like following him, which was kind of creepy and cool. I like that part. Ooh. Batman appears. Oh, it was a good battle between Superman and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman looked like she was pissed off most of the time. But he was like, you! Oh wait, that was Batman's voice. Anyway, he was like, you! I remember you. You're the idiot that tried to kill me. I'll get to that later. Something just popped up into my mind. And he was like, Alfred, bring the big guns. And of course it was Lois Lane. There was nothing else, Superman. Nothing else. What about those kids at the beginning? You didn't care about, nothing else. It was just Lois Lane, Amy Schumer. Was that it? So that's why they inserted that clip, which was obviously inserted last minute to make sense with the Amy Schumer. Sorry. Crap. Why did I put that in my head? Because I didn't want a Martha kind of incident again. I think that was it. They didn't want the Martha. There you go. Martha? I can't say it. I'm saying Martha. They didn't want the mother have the same name incident again because I was stupid. So they put that insert at the beginning to make sense with the, it's Lois Lane. I'm back to normal now. And they fly off to the house that was being sold, obviously. Batman was going to buy it, like, we see that coming. Well, he didn't buy it, but he saved it. Yeah. I mean, you see the story play out. You knew Batman was going to fix everything. Flash and his problems. I'm not sure about Cyborg. Yeah. Not really Aquaman. But you seen it was going to be fixed. So they decided, no, he's not going to help us, so let's go into battle. While they leave the cube on the side after finishing with it, he took it and went up. Cool, done. So when they flew out to the whatever, I was like, so he doesn't smell like the dead? He doesn't smell like natural gases bloating up his... When was he buried? Like months ago, right? I see they inserted, oh, you smell nice. And he was like, didn't I smell nice before? I guess that solved the problem. She says he smelled nice, but why? Does Coffin have like an automatic system of spraying Febreze every 2 seconds or every first of the month or something? Or maybe it was the Gatorade bath that he had with Axe spray, maybe, and mango juice. I think it was orange or yellow, one of those things. So he smells good after being dead for a while. While on the plane, this is my favorite part. Aquaman was sitting on the lasso of truth. I think that's what it's called. And I was like, why is he pouring out his heart like this? I didn't see it coming. And maybe that's why I liked it the most, because I didn't see it coming. And this guy is useless. You have no powers. And you're beautiful. And I don't want to die. And like, he was pouring out his heart. And then he was like... Get to the bug place. And for a long time they've been showing this family being stuck under the bugs, in the house, and always zooming on this little girl. Is that girl special? Is she special? They're giving her the this is important zoom on this girl. Like, she went and got roach spray, which was funny, or fly spray, which was really funny, but she didn't get to use it, so I feel like that was just inserted to laugh at. She was holding it, ever since she got it, she was holding it for the rest of the movie. And it kept going in on her like, she's important. Look at this girl, she's important. She may be important later, and then she does nothing. I guess she waves at the Flash, and that makes it important. Is she important? She's important, right? Like, she's some character that I don't know yet, but I feel like a person that is not really much of a fan of DC, like a follower, yeah, that's what I mean, a follower of DC, like, there should be a hint of, like, she's important because something. I don't even know if she, like, her name was said or anything. Why did they give her the important movie zoom? So enough of the bug spray. They went and fight, the beginning of the battle, there was fighting against, like, 2009 Naruto versus Sasuke, blue and red background screensaver. That's what it looks like. Windows XP screensaver with, it's like flames but not really, it's just blue or red, and it's like Naruto on one side like looking down and close his eyes, and Sasuke on the other side, his eyes closed, like they're the same. They did this on Wonder Woman as well, I think. Bubbles. There's no bubbles. It was kind of like veins and stuff. It turns to flowers later on, which was pretty, which was more Final Fantasy like, so it was cool. So they get to the guy, you know, the non-important enemy. He wasn't important, what can I say? Cyborg was doing his cyborg thing, you know. I'm technology, so I'm going to take this apart. And Wonder Woman and Aquaman was trying to get at the tall guy, as they call him. You know, he's very tall. And that was another joke that why was Batman like a major, you know, we're friends thing? Like, that's not the Batman I know. Like, granted, I only know one type of Batman, and I'm not talking about Nolan, I'm talking about like the 90s cartoon Batman, and I like Batman in that, and I didn't like Bruce Wayne in that one, because Bruce Wayne was kind of like a pushover, and he was kind of like way too nice in a way, and dopey. Every time he's around like a woman, it's kind of like he's trying too hard to be nice, to get on her. Oh wow, we're not reviewing that. Okay, sorry. So this Batman was like almost fangirling over Superman. Like, yeah, bro, like we could be friends if we want to. Want to be friends? We could be friends. You know. I'm kind of glad you're here too. You know, we're glad. It was weird. It was a weird Batman. Like, I understand that you're sorry that you kind of killed the guy, but the way he was acting like a fanboy of Superman now, like, you know, we could be friends. You know, I don't mind. The shoulder thing. He wasn't doing the shoulder thing, but it was weird. I don't know what that was for. So Superman appears, and with Superman he was like overpowered. Oh, another question. So Superman had a problem, or some problems, running into Batman when he was in his mega Transformer Iron Man suit. So why didn't Batman wear that again for this battle? If Superman was having trouble with that, why didn't you wear it? Like this guy, Fear Guy, Bug Guy, was having major troubles with Superman. So if Superman was having troubles with that Iron Man Batsuit, why didn't he come to the fight with it like last minute? You know, it just appeared, you know. And I noticed that they're inserting things like, you know, Wonder Woman's lasso and Batman's, I think it was called Nightcrawler. I'm sure that's like a, you know, fan movement, like, yay, whoa, like, you know, like, oh my god, that's the thing from that comic. It felt like that, because I don't know. Well, nothing from Cyborg. I guess at the end he transformed and he had this big orb now. So that was like, yeah, woo. He also said booyah. Yay. He said it. Flash, I don't know. Oh, it's Aquaman. I guess Aquaman, his pitchfork. And Superman and his upper lip. Was it destroyed? I mean, Batman has money. He could just make it again. Or finally bring in Fox. Like, oh wait, was he Lucius Fox? I don't know. I don't remember his name. No, he wasn't Lucius Fox. No. Not every black guy is Lucius Fox, right? My knowledge is not that great with DC at all. It's hardly with Marvel, only like with the Iron Mans and the captains. So we get to the part with Superman coming in. You know, he saves a lot of people in the building. You know, that was cool. That was funny. That was nice. After Flash saves one, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That reminded me of, like, I feel like Whedon, like, he brought some stuff over. That felt like a Whedon kind of thing, you know. This will be funny. This will be the funny parts. So they finally get the cubes separated. I think Superman finally uses ice powers on the axe, so Wonder Woman crashes it, and that what made the guy feared for his life, and that's how he disappeared, and that's when you get the booyah, and you stand on the side looking at things. They did that a lot, standing next to the side with their this is a Justice League, I've seen enough of those. There's some points that with the lighting above look like the painting, so yeah, we get a bunch of those. Superman helps. I don't even remember how it ended. Oh, it ended with, everyone gets what they want, and Diana finally gets out her shell. And almost at the end, like, you wait until the end kind of thing, what Merle did, which I did today. I didn't wait till the end, because nowadays you can see it on the internet, and you can see reviews on it, so I don't have to stay at the end unless I really want to. So, I only stayed a little bit, they had a race to the Pacific Ocean. Sorry, I just had to say it. Me and my words. It's a running joke with myself. And that was it. It was cool. I guess I'm glad I spent $8 for it. $7. Yeah. I wouldn't have spent $20 for it. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't as great as, like, the first 3/4 of Wonder Woman. Or, no, well, the end? Oh, it was Jesus water. Jesus water mixed with, high C or Gatorade. That's what it was. Jesus water, Because that's what smells good. All those ingredients and stuff, and he comes back like Jesus. No, Jesus doesn't come back. One of those things.